Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing One Piece episodes 49 and 50. Now that they're at Gold Roger's place that he was from, but also the place that he was executed. We got a lot of good backstory, something that I had been wondering since the very beginning. When we see the beginning of the opening, it talks about Gold Roger, and it talks about Gold Rogers, but it doesn't really go into too much detail. It just has like a nice little short beginning, and it was nice to get more of a kind of seeing what kind of guy he actually was and how similar he is to Luffy. I loved that the similarities, and both having the same goals, and we know that Gold Roger's achieved it, right? King of the Pirates. So the Luffy has something, obviously he's known about this, and he's inspired by people, and this is definitely something that he's inspired by. So it's kind of good to see him go through that, meet the same bartender that Gold Rogers had met. So they interacted with the same people. He saw Luffy as kind of the having the same face, kind of looking the same, with the same goals. That was very nice as well. But anyway, let's go into this. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. Feel free to check out the Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123. And let's go ahead and start. Yep. And now that he knows he's there, and he's known for defeating, every single pirate group that goes there. So he's a threat. It's about as direct as it gets. Smoker. He's smoking. Saying that in this town probably means more. He literally got executed there. Of course he is. He's not gonna back down to anybody. What the hell? Just got stuck. He just got tied up so easily. But fighting in a crowd of people. I wonder what his powers are, though. They obviously both can't go into the water. Ah, so he definitely looked up to him too. Or at least he respected him. That is some true words. I guess he's around some things that are not good, not good for his fighting style. Wait. She looked like the same person. I thought she was just trying to blend in. Who did his hair? Uggy showed up to the bar. Look, the Buggy cards are not going to tell you who wins and who loses, because Buggy always wins, right? Damn. That's pretty harsh. So he just looks like a bad guy. Oh. Part of the Navy. So you're gonna be the bucket boy. I guess technically Luffy did some cleaning on a ship before, so Zoro could be chore boy, bucket boy. Luffy cannot walk through towns. Like, he's literally a target. Yeah. Right in the way. A lot of them are recognizable, though. But you were technically cleaning for them, though. Did he leave money? Oh my god. Is that an I'm sorry note? Zoro's a nice guy. I like that. I mean, I kind of see why he would, I mean, you know, it looks like the girl from his childhood. It's going to bring back some memories. She kind of looks like her. I think I mean, why else would he be cleaning, like doing what she said? That was like very unlike Zoro. I was surprised by that. We've seen him be sweet, obviously. We saw him be, when even in his introduction, we saw him be sweet to the, you know, the little kid and stuff. So we know he can be, but that's kind of interesting. Like, you know, finding somebody that looks exactly like her. Like, I don't know. It does show a very nice side of Zoro, though. I mean, this world is huge. Still don't trust these shopkeepers. They're all pretty scummy. Is that really not enough? Or is this place just super expensive? Oh, is he gonna try to scam him for his sword? Yep, he's gonna try to make a deal. He's underestimated Zoro. It's like a pawn shop. Here, oh, that's, you know, that's $1,000 TV. I'll give you $30. This guy knows how to talk. Wow. He's not even... Maybe he isn't a good salesman. Which was Zoro. She's so innocent. So it's a famous sword. Seems like they all know it. But he doesn't even know, though. That's strange. 10 million, and he was trying to give him 800,000. Well, killed his sale. Oh, she really is clumsy. There you go. At least you're able to buy them. 3 swords. Yeah, I mean, everybody has their reasons. Oh, so she wants to collect swords for different reasons. And she doesn't see him as a criminal. Wait, why are they in the 50? Why is he selling them for like nothing? Or is it fake? It must be a fake or something then. There's no way he's selling it. Or maybe he didn't know? Ah, cursed. No wonder he's just selling it for cheap. I think that's probably perfect for Zoro. If there's anyone that can break a curse like that, it's him. No, that's definitely one he'll get. I think he can fight through that himself. That's a perfect sword for him. Is he testing the strength of it? Blocking out everything. Putting it... Ooh. What a badass! You can just stand there and know it's not gonna strike you? Wow! That takes real balls. Oh. Well, he needs a third sword. Is he actually telling the truth now? Oh. Wow. That some of these guys you think are really crooked and stuff actually get changed. It surprises the crap out of me. Buggy is still roaming around. They trying to ambush him? He's gonna run right, yup. Run right into him. This is a joke. I believe Luffy and his IQs are probably very equal. So he's just waiting, buying time. So she was in the Navy, but of course they'd know each other. She didn't even know. Oh man. Oh wow. I like that Zoro's swords, like he actually got some. I think this is gonna make him even better because he got two legit good swords, right? Like strong. He already has one really good sword, and we saw him that like that's not his style, but he can still fight with one if he has to. But now that he actually has three back, and I love that. I love that he's. I think those three swords together is going to make him a lot more powerful, and I can't wait to see those in action. But it was kind of nice to see that shopkeeper kind of change his mind, because he literally, some of these guys have that typical scummy personality, and we saw that from the shopkeeper, and then we also saw that from Captain Smoker, where like I thought he was like that typical mean Navy guy, like one of the first guys we saw in this show, one of the bad Navy guys. It's funny how you kind of expect a personality sometimes, and then they flip. You know, the guy was nice to kids, or nice to a kid, didn't yell, gave her enough to get her ice cream back, or in this case, the shopkeeper learned and kind of learned what Zoro was all about, figured him out, and then changed the way he was thinking. I don't know, like I'm so used to people not changing like that. It was kind of nice to see. Okay. Daddy? Oh, Daddy. What? Literally call him Daddy. All the girls call him Daddy. All the boys call him Daddy. Bounty hunter, huh? It's high noon. Ooh. So some of these bounty hunters were ex-Navy people, huh? So they come from all backgrounds. What the hell? They have like every shape of a face in that group. Every unusual shape. It's high noon. Don't pee your pants. What a line! Go bake a cake, kid. And tell your mom Daddy said hi. I mean, at least he's getting some new stuff. He's somebody that needs like a ton of different little gadgets and trickery. Did he lose it? You're gonna get your stuff bought by a little girl. Oh my god. Damn. She's like a living doll. Usopp's greatest threat. He can't stand it. Yeah, ain't she precious? Oh, she's a... friends with Smoker. Yup, time to make, you know, punch up the story a bit. What? Oh no, it's Daddy's kid. She's Daddy's girl. She seems very vicious though. Ooh. Of course she would be looking at stuff like that. Wow, they're all significantly smaller. But the back of his head didn't quite work. Oh, he was so proud of that being him there, but I feel like that's what he looks like to Buggy. She's a spoiled child. Now he's talking up a big game. Well, he's a shooter and he's a shooter, so it's gonna be an old oh, that's too many. That's way too many. Let's just be literal here. Daddy the parent. Yeah, he's a daddy, even though the girl weirdly doesn't call him daddy, it calls him papa. But not that that's not normal, that you can call people, you know, dad, daddy, papa, or whatever, but it's just funny. His name is Daddy the parent, but she doesn't call him daddy. Everybody else calls him daddy, and he's a parent. I like how some of these names are literally so specific. I mean, we have Smoker, and he's a literal smoker, but he goes overboard on the smokes. These are the type I love these type of episodes too. I like the comical stuff. Oh man, you don't have to think so seriously. So he is well known, as much as he wants to be. You're already at the graves. So it really is a standoff. Well, the question is, how fast is Usopp at drawing? And he draws weapon fast and shoot. He's used to rubber bands and slingshots. Yeah, bad spot for him. Oh my god. You didn't even take the shots? I mean, he could literally pull out so many weapons at any time. That's gotta be embarrassing. Even though we've seen him run, but in this case, it's not life or death. Maybe it is. Oh, why would you say that? I think he realized he was kind of more acting like he used to act. He's better than that. He's better than that now. Oh, he knows his dad? That's it. Well, of course he would have met some people if he's a really well-known bounty hunter. Interesting. So they've definitely met each other before. And we saw him. He's alive on the island with all of them. Okay, so this is... Wonder how long ago this was. So he was a faster draw, though. That means Usopp has the potential. You know, and he has a son, so he could relate. So he had lost before. Well, he showed him some respect, so. Yeah, we know he, loves his son, obviously, but they're pirates. No wonder he wouldn't want to tell because he lost, he wouldn't want to tell anybody this, but Usopp is the exception. Damn. I mean, he's definitely good. It's just, he ran into the wrong person. That story is going to affect Usopp. I mean, his dad beat him, so he was the exception. You gotta respect him a little bit for that. Ah, so he does respect him. It really does take a lot to tell a story of being beaten like that, and especially when you have pride. Huh. That definitely helped him. And you can tell he means it, too. Slingshot, yup. Oh, okay. So this is a different kind. Instead of, like, hitting each other here. No pressure at all. And he hit this with this much pressure. We've already seen him run away. But all his past experiences has made him a better person. And he's become better with it, so... Did it miss? Oh! Of course he did. Of course he did. Oh! He did hit it. Nice. I see why he would do something like this, too. Now she's not being mean. If you gotta make sure you're not gonna, spoil her. Still a weird name. I feel like there's so many character introductions in the last few episodes, and they're running into people they know or people that's been around. It's kind of crazy. But what I wanted to say was it was kind of cool that Daddy wanted to be. It's so weird saying that, but Daddy kind of gave Usopp the respect that Usopp's dad gave him. Like, he spared his life, right? He spared his life. They both, drew. He lost, so he was supposed to be killed, but because he gave him that chance and let him just leave, he didn't want to finish him off. In one sense, it's it's a pride thing. Your pride shot, you're disgraced. For one, but also in this case, it actually worked out because he met his son. He met Usopp, and Usopp technically lost to him. And by telling him that story, it really gives Usopp something to look up to, for one, but boosts his confidence, and then also giving him a second chance to kind of prove that he's better and he can still do something, is kind of the same notion of you gave, your dad gave me one and helped me, I'm going to help you. Return the kindness. And that's what he did. That's why it made the most sense. I'm not going to tell this story to anybody else, but for you, you're the exception. I'm going to tell you it. That daughter, though, oh my God. Of course she's being spoiled. So you got to make sure, it's good that she was nice to Usopp eventually. She was able to be a little bit nicer to him. But why does Usopp always have it seems like he's playing tag with freaking kids, and his pirate group are all kids around him and stuff like that. It's just kind of funny that his greatest challenges are people that are maybe not super strong, but this one was kind of nice because he actually had somebody that's known in a bounty hunter, and he had to, you know, one-on-one him, even if it wasn't a super epic fight or anything, which you would want, you know. I don't know, like, it was a nice little episode there. Overall, kind of interesting. These last few episodes are in this big city and this big town where you know, it has a lot of history and a lot of things happening behind the scenes. We know Buggy's out there, Buggy's group trying to find Luffy. At the same time, everybody's kind of spread out. The entire group are on their own for the most part. Nami's with Usopp, but you know, we saw Zoro with his swords and all that going on together. They're running, and now we see at the end of this episode Sanji running into somebody that knows him. It's interesting how many people are just kind of showing up. Like, they're introducing a lot of people. It's a big town, so you can run into a lot, you know, run into people easily, I would think. And another little note, why is there so many goddamn crooked, like, in that town? They're literally trying to all the shopkeepers look suspicious, like every single one. We got that one exception with Zoro, and you know, that shopkeeper ending up being good, but when it came to you know, like the other ones, they all look shady and suspicious. But anyway, I think that's all I can really talk about. These are, you know, kind of interesting episodes. This felt, I wouldn't call it filler, but it definitely felt a little extra, but it was nice. Definitely, like, the part when it came to Usopp's dad, that definitely didn't feel like filler. I liked, as the more I can see from that Shanks in that group, the better. I really want to know more about them. I feel like ever since they were introduced, you know, in the beginning of the series, I've been wanting to know, like, what, first of all, what happened to them, and now we know that they're on an island, but also just like more about, you know, more about them. We've learned little bits of backstory about Shanks, you know, with you know, his history with Luffy, but also with him, you know, being on the same ship at one point with Buggy. And now that Buggy's here, it's kind of strange having people that we had seen earlier in the story coming back. That's cool. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/ajrich123 for early releases. You can also check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/ajrich for streams. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.